Welcome back to Lariat TV News. I'm Giara Cottingham. We're almost to the end of the school year.
And I'm Macy Krause, and the semester isn't quite done yet. We still have news for you, and we're starting with an end-of-the-year solution to Baylor parking.
With finals week coming up, many students ask if they're allowed to park anywhere on campus. That answer is no, but parking services and student government have teamed up to offer a solution, a finals week parking pass. Caitlin Sides has the story.
With parking garages filling up and students not being able to purchase a parking pass, student government and parking services teamed up to offer a special pass during finals week.
The work that we do in student government is to enrich the quality of student life. That's in our mission statement, and this was a very simple way to do that.
The conversation came about when students complained that they received parking tickets due to not having parking passes during finals.
A few friends of mine said that they got parking tickets, and I thought that that was not necessarily the fairest thing given the stressfulness of the time. And so me and some of my committee members on academic affairs in Senate reached out to parking services and see if we could work together on coming up with a solution.
Parking Services has allotted 200 spots available to purchase, and students will be able to park in Spate Parking Garage. And if you are a student that currently has a parking pass, you'll be able to park in your designated area.
Outside all the parking garages, there's the little meter that tells you how many spaces are open. I didn't realize this, but the purpose of that is not just to tell you how many spaces are open, but they actually record all of that data.
So we were able to go back and see that we had availability during those times. Then we tried to figure out where students might want to go.
The parking pass is currently available to purchase on the Baylor parking portal and will be available until the end of finals.
What I love about it is the feedback came from the students. The idea came from students. And so we want to, if we can accommodate that, let's try it and let's see if it works. And if it works, then it benefits students, and maybe we can carry it on in future years.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Caitlin Sides.
A new student government means change, but what about sustaining initiatives that students love? Last week, the new student government leaders took office, including Student Body President Lily Davis. She plans to implement new programs such as exchanging parking tickets for food pantry donations, but some are wondering if she plans to keep the airport shuttle program started by former Student Body President Nick Badincia. He began the initiative 2 years ago, transferring over 155 students during the holidays and spring break.
As a student government. So we want to make sure that if we continue the airport shuttle, it's a service that has longevity and we can continue to fund it. And if not us, what other parts of campus and what other parts of Baylor could maybe pick this up? So it's a conversation we're excited to entertain, and it's something that's especially near and dear to my heart as I've walked alongside Nick as he served as student body president.
The Bridge Street Farmers Market was in full bloom for Earth Week, and one nonprofit business, Urban Reap, is all for it, with new initiatives for the public to participate in that involve reusing wisely while planting and protecting Mother Earth. Their staff is encouraging visitors to utilize their compost bins by bringing food waste that will be transformed into nutrient-based fertilizer to grow plants. If you can't make it to the market, you're also welcome to contribute to their gardening center at 1509 North 15th Street.
Diverting food waste is a big part of Urban Reap's mission, and that's one of our main initiatives. We also have a lot of really cool educational programs we do. On Saturdays, we have educational workshops that are free to the community to come learn about gardening, learn about how to start their own gardens, learning about composting, learning about just different techniques to help your community be more sustainable and how to be successful in those attempts. If you're somebody who cares about other people, I think being sustainable and really being green and caring about the environment is a way to show love to the people around you in your community, because we only have one Earth.
While some students at Baylor are battling through finals, one is fighting just for the chance to take them, not knowing how much longer she has to live. Here's the story. In 2021, after graduating from high school at the age of 14, Mila Raditich was involved in nursing school with dreams of becoming the youngest in her field. The COVID-19 vaccine was required to remain in the program.
Actually, they did not allow any medical or religious exemptions. There wasn't enough time with the clinical trials. I knew it was very new, so I was uncomfortable with it, but I did get it because I was forced to.
Not wanting to get expelled, she felt she had no choice.
The parents and their doctors will have the best understanding of potential allergic reactions for the child.
Shortly after taking the vaccine, she developed a variety of severe symptoms that led to a condition and a disease. Radatich had plans to graduate from Baylor this year with her degree in neuroscience and biochemistry, but she had to withdraw midterm after seizures sent her to the ER for the third time. She's had to halt her college plans abruptly.
Come on, you got it. Come on, toe that left leg, toe that left leg. Come on, toe that left leg. Yeah, all right, come on.
Mila says doctors told her then again that her medical issues were terminal, but there's no timeline.
I'm determined to get through it. And I've heard from a lot of doctors actually that this is going to be terminal, that this is going to be the thing that kills me and it's going to kill me soon. And that's been also something that I've wrestled with. And it's very difficult hearing that multiple times over, especially recently, right before I left. Actually, the week before my midterms, I heard that.
After her case was recognized, Radatich was asked to get involved in a cause for vaccine-caused illnesses, and since then, she's been an advocate in the realm of politics. She's also done multiple interviews about her experience with COVID-19, advocating medical transparency, especially when it comes to giving inoculations and untested and experimental vaccines to patients without disclosing the possibilities of a reaction, all while trying to stay positive.
The moments that I feel well, if I put all of my hard work and determination and do everything I can in those moments, it'll eventually add up.
Radatich aims to finish her degree in neuroscience and biochemistry here at Baylor in December of 2025.
When you have nothing else to hold on to, you can reach to God or you can give up. So I chose the first one.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Macy Krause. Coming up, we're showing you how one group gets down.
And an Englishman is taking on Texas and recording it next.
Let there be light. Let there be roommates and teammates and strangers who become family. Let there be marching and cheering. Let there be challenging courses and time to share. Scholarship and championships. Let there be groundbreaking and soul-searching. Let there be laughter. Let there be joy. Let there be light.
Jazz, contemporary, hip-hop, and more. The Baylor Dance Company does it all, including putting their diverse skills together for a final spring showcase. Claire Goodyear shows you what goes down on the dance floor.
You've seen them at events such as Homecoming and Stomp Fest. Now the Baylor Dance Company is preparing for their final showcase.
The Baylor Dance Company specifically is really special because it really allows every dancer to kind of dip their toe into a lot of different styles and just grow in a lot of ways, whether it be competing or choreography or directing a piece.
Members have the opportunity to use their creativity to create dances for the whole team to showcase at the end of the year.
Members get to showcase their choreography and just highlight their different dances that they've throughout the year with a showcase that they've put together. It's all student directed, so the students that are leading those dances will do the lighting, costumes, staging, choreography, all of it.
Creating their own choreography opens new doors for some of the dancers.
I actually really love it, and I've been able to kind of find my creativity and my style through it, and it's been a wonderful kind of thing to explore more in.
At their upcoming showcase, the team gets to show off their diverse talents.
A lot of people on the team have different styles and strengths, and we all come together as a team to kind of showcase all of that.
I love being able to dance different genres with different people and being in the small groups, but also seeing the vision that everyone else has.
And one of the most powerful aspects of the Baylor Dance Company is their strong emphasis on teamwork.
I think that's one of my favorite things about the team is just watching everyone become really close with each other and just push each other and grow and then have this amazing showcase at the end to showcase really what they've done throughout the year.
For Lariat TV News, I'm Claire Goodyear.
One of Baylor's longest-standing clubs is facing some issues that are preventing practice, but they're staying hopeful as the semester comes to a close. The fencing club has been a chartered club for over 100 years, since 1920, but has been unable to hold meetings due to 2 air conditioning leaks in Russell Gymnasium. The leaks began in the summer of 2023. Club members said they're staying positive, but they need the problem solved.
We need help with this issue. We've had over $2,400 in damages, and this has been going on for at least 2 semesters so far.
One student clothing brand owner is finding success now with even bigger plans for the future. LTVN's Danica Young tells you what's next for its founder, Justin Fernandez.
One student on campus launched his very own clothing brand, Cavalier JF, and is encouraging students to follow their passions just like he followed his.
This is Justin Fernandez, a junior who started his dream brand inspired by his many passions and his love for a mix of coastal and city style.
This past summer, I did a bunch of research and I figured out what it was going to take and how much it was going to take, and I decided to make my brand Cavalier.
Fernandez has big dreams for the future of his brand and says it's more about building community.
I want to build a community with Cavalier versus just having like a piece, like a product.
He's sold out of his first 2 products, a hat and sunglasses, and plans to drop something big this summer.
Being a part of something that's bigger than us is a really cool experience, and something as it grows, it's really awesome to be a part of.
Cavalier JF is inspired by sophisticated brands like Ralph Lauren.
To me, even though it has many different meanings, to me it just embodies a lifestyle of sophistication and boldness, which is what I want people to feel when wearing Cavalier.
Fernandez encourages other students to follow their dreams, no matter what they might be. For Lariat TV News, I'm Danica Young.
Philanthropy has taken over campus once again with Sigma Chi's Derby Days galloping onto the scene. Students, sororities, and even apparel brands Fino Street came out to support the cause. The fraternity hosted a car wash, flag football in McLean Stadium, and pickleball to raise money for the Huntsman Cancer Institute, which holds a special meaning for the chapter.
The 2 guys who founded the Huntsman Cancer Research Institution, both of them were Sigma Chi's. Father and son are both Sigma Chi's and alumni, and a lot of our proceeds all go to them. It's actually a nationwide thing that all Sigma Chi's around the nation all do Derby Days, and they all collect the most money, so it's a competition that every chapter has around the country.
He may have a British accent, but he's a Texan at heart and has grown a massive audience sharing his experience in the Lone Star State. Here's Ollie Pettigrew. Once an Englishman in Singapore.
Gone to Singapore for a 2-week vacation to see my parents. Now, in the end, I left 12 years later, married with children.
He is now that Englishman in Texas, showing people the coolest spots while comparing the state to various places he's lived.
A year ago, if you told me this is kind of where we'd be and how that Englishman was going, I would honestly have been like, what?
I sat down with former TV actor and model Ollie Pettigrew and his wife, learning how his social media platform grew in McLennan County.
It was a 16-year continuous work in television, so being out of work for the first time, I was confused.
I think at first it took you a while to figure out where you fit in.
No shit.
And I have no idea what that's like because I've always been Texan. Still don't got it.
His life story podcast will soon be released on That Englishman in Texas YouTube channel as he continues to promote what Waco and surrounding areas has to offer. For Lariat TV News, I'm Giara Cottingham.
Drink?
Yes.
One Baylor student is taking a break from Team USA to study.
And Baylor baseball is stepping up to the plate to try to qualify for the Big 12 tournament. Keep it here.
One Baylor student has gone from Team USA for rhythmic gymnastics to leaping into her career. Abby Ferguson tells you why she's trading chasing medals for medical credentials.
Certainly not every Baylor student can claim they have been number 3 in the nation for their sport, but sophomore Naomi Skotnikov leaped her way onto Team USA for rhythmic gymnastics. Now she's taking her experience into her career goals. Naomi started gymnastics when she was 4 years old, and her Ukrainian native coach saw her potential and pushed her to succeed. She continued to earn titles. Since age 11, she was named an elite status gymnast, meaning she was top 25 in the nation. In 2019, she made Team USA for the first time.
It felt surreal. It really did. When I first started, I didn't know what a national team was. And so to make it to that point felt like, wow, like kind of a look how far I've come moment.
Balancing isn't just limited to the gym, but a skill she has learned to practice in her everyday life. Now, as a busy honors college student, Naomi has taken a break from competing.
This past nationals in July was kind of a full circle moment for me, because the very first medal that I got in gymnastics it said on the medal, if you had fun, you won. And at that last nationals, I knew that'd be a while before I competed again, if I would. And honestly, I remember that was the most fun that I've ever had performing, because I had my personal best performances, and so that meant a lot to me.
Even without competition, gymnastics still plays an active role in her life, whether it be through coaching young athletes or her professional goals as a pre-P2 student.
As a member of Team USA, we worked alongside physical therapists, and they kind of helped us keep doing the sport that we love, and so that kind of inspired me to want to be able to do that for others.
That smile on Naomi's face alone is enough to know that she has won in more ways than just her titles. For Lariat TV News, I'm Abby Ferguson.
This week, both basketball teams landed high-profile transfers with the potential for more moves in the coming days. On Sunday, former Duke point guard Jamie Roach announced to be joining Scott Drew's squad, which was part of Duke's Final Four team in 2022, and he was the 15th ranked player in the portal, according to 24/7 Sports. On Wednesday, Aaronette Vonley announced she'd be transferring to Baylor after spending 2 years at Colorado. Vonley was the 8th ranked player, according to ESPN. Men's basketball is currently the frontrunner to land forward from Tennessee, Jonas Adu. He was named first team All-SEC and SEC All-Defensive Team. Baseball took down Sam Houston 9-3, and it was their 11th win in their last 14 games as they build momentum for the postseason. The Bears jumped to an early lead as freshman catcher Braden Buchanan hit a triple and a double, the first two-hit game of his career, and the Baylor team stole 6 bases, one of which resulted in a run. On the defensive side, 6 pitches were utilized by the Bears, ending in a combined 12 strikeouts, and this marks the 9th time in the last 15 games the Bears have reached double-digit strikeouts. Baylor has now scored 8 or more runs in 10 of their last 14 games.
I think that it was a really well-played game all the way around. I thought we swung the bats well, we ran the bases well, we were aggressive, stole some bags. And then on the mound, I thought that every guy that went out there threw the ball pretty well, threw strikes, commanded the zone, and were good matchups.
The Bears will be in Morgantown this weekend to face 21st ranked West Virginia. With a month left in the season, baseball is 9-9 at Big 12 play, which is already their best conference record since 2021. Last weekend, the Bears lost. The visiting Kansas Jayhawks, and LTVN was at all 3 games. Baylor baseball dropped the weekend series with Kansas 2-1, their first home weekend series loss since Indiana in late February. Baylor won the first game 14-5, and junior pitcher Mason Marriott pitched 5 1/3 innings, striking out 6 and giving up 1 earned run.
Yeah, it feels great. Our hitters go out there. The past 3 games we've played, they've put up runs, and they're going to continue to do that, and I have all the faith in the world with them. And when they have my back, I'm going to have their back. So if they go put up runs, I'm going to go out there and try to put up zeros.
In Game 2, the Kansas Jayhawks got to an early 5-0 lead, thanks in part to a grand slam in the top of the second. The game was postponed to the top of the 8th and resumed Sunday afternoon. Kansas ended up winning 8-4.
Even the last of the ball game too, you saw us. We turned a couple double plays. We're in this thing. The game got away from us today, and it wasn't a whole lot of fun.
The Bears didn't fare much better in Game 3 as freshman pitcher Mason Green only lasted a third of an inning after giving up 3 hits and 3 runs. In the 6th, Kansas hit another grand slam to take a 9-0 lead. The Bears brought home 2 in the bottom of the 6th before being blanked in the final 2 frames. Kansas won Game 3 12-2.
They beat us on the, we didn't pitch as well. We walked them. We didn't play as good a defense. Same thing with Game 3, and that's how it is. If you're going to win in this league, you got to play well. You got to pitch well. You got to play defense well. That's what it is in this league. If not, you're going to get beat, and that's 3 for 3 this weekend.
After winning their midweek game, the Bears traveled to Morgantown to play number 21 West Virginia. For Lariat TV News, I'm Braden Murray. Football season is around the corner, and head coach Dave Aranda has been assessing the state of his team. Claire Marie Scott was at the last practice of the spring and asked the team how they're feeling about the upcoming season.
Baylor football wrapped up their spring practice slate Saturday afternoon. The spring schedule opened up March 19th with the Bears having 15 practices.
We just made an emphasis not to just look at it as a last day, kind of slack off day. We just was looking at it as just a day to just get better and truly put a cap to the spring. So I think as a wide receiver core, I think we just did our job today for sure.
Some players have high hopes for success in the upcoming season after seeing positive results in practices.
To be honest, I think we have the potential to be the best, if not one of the best, in the Big 12 next season.
One big question for next year is which quarterback will be starting. DeQuan Finn, a transfer from Toledo, or Sawyer Robertson, a transfer from Mississippi State in his second year in Waco. Dave Aranda says he has not decided yet.
We're all going to take a look at kind of a comprehensive view of all of it here in the following week or two, and kind of see. I anticipate that competition to continue.
When it comes to competition for starting roles, some players see it as a positive thing that helps motivate true hard work.
When everyone sees that competition, everybody wants to get better, and truly it's like, I want to be that starting position. I want to do this for the team. So when that happens and everybody just flying around and constantly working, like everybody grows at the same time.
The Bears will be back in action in McLean Stadium versus Tarleton on August 31st. For Lariat TV News, I'm Claire Marie Scott.
Dave Aranda has yet to announce the winner of the QB battle between Sawyer Robertson and DeQuan Finn. We'll keep you updated as that situation progresses. For now, that's all for sports. Back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Braden. That'll do it for this week on Lariat TV News. As always, we're glad you joined us, so make sure to tune in next week for our final show of the semester.
We'll show you our favorite stories from throughout the year and bring you the news you need to know. Until then, have a great week, and as always, Sic 'em Bears.